conversation into the whole democracy idea, right? Which is, obviously we want to open these investments up to more people. I think that kind of the crowdsourcing idea was one of the first ones people thought, oh, this is really going to change. Look at how much more money is going to come into real estate because of tokenization. But I mean, I think it's important to understand that, you know, the institutional money, they still do kind of push their weight around, and they want to have, you know, their hooks, and, you know, they won't invest unless they know they can kind of have it. So, you know, when you were looking into this idea of how this kind of small and large LPs are coming together, and how that was going to fit into the tokenization landscape, what did you find?
Yeah, so a couple things there, right? From a democratization standpoint, I would say 70% of the tokenization startups that we spoke with, their mission was to democratize commercial real estate. They felt that high net worth investors and retail investors have been locked out of institutional grade commercial real estate assets because they don't have enough money to buy a building.
Yep.
Right? And so from a democratization perspective, as well as a diversification perspective, these high net worth and retail investors want some percentage of their portfolio for real estate exposure. And ideally, you want multiple underlying real estate assets so that you're diversified. Where we came out on democratization with crowdfunding versus tokenization is when you look at the crowdfunding platforms, they've been around since 2010, where they started off as well with qualified institutional buyers, QPs. They've now democratized this down to a retail level, where I want to say there are 5 or 6 platforms out there where you don't even need to be accredited. The minimum dollar amount on one of these platforms is $10. From a debt perspective, there's one platform that I love. It's called AlphaFlow. And so for AlphaFlow, for a $10,000 investment, you get 75 underlying loans across 15 different states. From a diversification perspective, that's pretty hard to beat. Going into the tokenization models, and maybe this is just because crowdfunding started in 2010, tokenization started in 2017, and we're getting there, but I find that a lot of the models here